Well, Enda Guinan is a social media consultant and author. He was also shortlisted at the Irish Blog Awards in 2008. He joins us in the studio, and as you can see, Michael's here as well. Enda, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. It's not the only music video on YouTube. What makes this one stand out?
It certainly isn't the only music video. What makes any viral hit stand out is a couple of things. Is it distinctive? Basically, we're hit with about 5,000 visual messages every single day. So something has to be distinctive to break out and really capture our attention. The second thing about it is that it needs to be picked up by tastemakers. So if I upload a clip of my toddlers talking or my cats falling over, really it's not going to get much traction unless someone like Ellen picks it up or it's featured on a site like BuzzFeed, and then it gets distributed a little bit more. So it needs a little help. We still need the traditional media.
Presumably, somebody like Graham Norton would also do it, who's a UK TV star. That's the kind of thing. But how do you make money out of it?
Ooh, this is a difficult one. The mechanism is anyone who uploads a video to YouTube has the opportunity to have advertising placed on it. The more hits the video receives, then the more advertising is served up, and the more money YouTube and you can make. However, not everyone is going to make a significant amount of money. In fact, Google say that only about 1,000 people worldwide are earning about $100,000 per year from their advertising revenue, which isn't terribly much. But they do say that about 1 million people are earning some money. And if we look at the entire US TV industry put together, we probably don't have 1 million people working there.
So how much has Psy made from Gangnam Style?
Psy, bearing in mind that his video has been viewed 1.25 billion times, which is mind-boggling.
Even if you get $1 for that.
I know. Well, actually, he doesn't. He has earned in total about $8 million from the single. However, only about 900,000 come from YouTube.
So what would be your advice to a potential client?
I would say, please don't rely on this. So few people are earning money from it. However, if you do want to go ahead and do it, you need to have original content which captures someone's attention. Get it in front of the right people. Don't give up the day job. If YouTube pick up on it and it goes viral, hire a lawyer.
And do you think Gangnam Style is a one-hit wonder, or do you think Gentlemen will have the same? I mean, its initial reaction, they haven't released the video's the key to it, isn't it?
That's right. The MP3 was released today, and actually just before I came out, I looked at the iTunes charts, and it is creeping up there, which is interesting, because Gangnam Style was so dependent on the video and the visual. We'll see. The history for for people like Gangnam, or for people like Psy, is not so good.
That is so interesting, this phenomenon. Of course, it's uncharted at the moment, but what struck me about Psy is that this is the phenomenon about the one-hit wonder, because he's now going to be a two-hit wonder, isn't he? And what people used to do, there's two things that strike me. There's Chumbawamba, called tub thumping. Now, everybody in the world, as soon as that's out, everybody knows that, whichever nationality, I don't know why, but they do.
Go on, sing it.
No. Yeah, I get knocked down, I get up again, that one, you know? Okay. That's awful, isn't it? Yeah. But the thing about, but the lead singer of that band, the former of that band, said that they knew that it would be a one-hit wonder when it had actually happened, but they do other things. And they are asked everywhere they go, obviously, to play it, but they do have other songs. That's one side of handling things, but the agent knew what he's doing. The most famous one-hit wonder, believe it or not, is called Afternoon Delight, which refers to having a cup of tea in the afternoon, naturally.
Obviously.
And that was but the interesting thing there was that was written by two songwriters, husband and wife team, who went on to do other things. They called themselves, I can't remember what it was, but they called themselves a band for that. But then it's like a shelter for writers to do it. Edison Lighthouse was another one before any of you lot were born, which I remember in the 70s. But that's quite a clever thing to do, isn't it? You know, to take shelter under a name and then go and do another one.
But getting back to YouTube itself, YouTube now is becoming almost a vehicle for live music and for concerts. Is that the future, do you think, global music? It's
certainly shaping up to be heading that direction. And it's interesting that Google Plus, its attempt at Facebook, one of the strong selling points of Google Plus is Google Hangouts. So basically musicians can broadcast live from their bedrooms to the world.
Brilliant.
Bruno Mars actually
Thank you.
launched his album that way.
That's great. Thank you very much.